Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This is my first video for the new year of 2022, and I thought I would kick things off with what is, in my opinion, as I drive straight into the back of someone. Good start. This is what I would say, in my opinion, is one of my best games for 2021. Can't remember exactly when I played this. This was during my Christmas holiday. This was just before Christmas, I think, if my memory serves me right. And it's a little bit, it's not action-packed the whole time, but this to me was heart-pounding, sweaty palms the whole way through. I didn't know if I was going to get the result I did, but I won't spoil anything. Let's just watch it. What I want to do in this video is I want to touch on the state of Cold War and how it's doing in relation to World War II. But before we jump into the nuts and bolts of this game, I just want to say that if you enjoy this video, please leave it a like, a comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Something new now, I'm also on Patreon now, so if you'd like to support me further, please check out the link in the description. Alright, so this game. What's happening here? Well, this is the BMP-3. And I'm playing on Fredvang. The BMP-3 is the top era and top tier Russian light tank. This is as high as you can go with the Russian light tanks in Cold War. When I first looked at the Cold War tech tree, I noticed that the Russian light tank line had the fewest tanks to grind to get to era 3. So this was when the Russian line, I think this was actually when the light tanks first came out. This was quite a while ago. And at the time, I didn't have an Era 3 tank. This was before the MBT-70 came out. So I didn't have anything for Era 3. And I just wanted to see what Era 3 was all about. So I set grinding down the Russian line. And the BMP-3 it's the easiest Era 3 to get, but it is also bottom tier in Era 3. And this means that you are easy pickings for pretty much anything at Era 3. Now, what you saw me do there, that's a kind of missile technique that I'm trying at the moment, which I need to do a little bit more experimentation with it, but if it works out the way I hope it will, I'll make another video on that. But yeah, anyway, BMP-3, it's bottom tier, you'll get picked off. So yeah, in a short summary for the BMP-3 it's your easy ticket to Era 3 at the moment. I think it still is your easy ticket to Era 3, and it's good when you play it correctly, but the downside is because it's easy to get to, it's also easily outplayed if you get things wrong. You have a lot, like 2,850 hit points there. That's a lot, but compared to the other tanks, that's not brilliant. It's not up there. So yeah, that's the downsides of your easy ticket to Era 3. At the moment, I do remember this. I was watching the minimap, and I knew we were down. We're down again, 8 to 10 now, and I'm just trying to play this carefully. I'm just in my mind, I'm like, right, just be as careful as you possibly can. Play this sensibly. But yeah, anyway. The downside is, like I've said, it's your easy ticket, but it's not overpowered. It is, you need to play it carefully. And, that could be said for any tank. Any tank in Cold War or World War II, that could apply. Speaking of Cold War and World War II, the British light tank line that's just come into the game has sort of sparked a conversation about how Cold War is doing and how it's affecting the game and its player base. Over the Christmas break, I had a very brief conversation with fellow community contributor Pills. And for those who don't know, Pills, he's a Twitch streamer, and he's from the land down under. He's very, very entertaining to watch, so check out the link in the description to his Twitch page. Follow him. I don't know what you do on Twitch. Follow? I'm not sure. Whatever you do, check him out. But anyway, he mentioned to me that over the Christmas holiday, he tried playing Cold War for the first time on a brand new account. So, no crew, no silver, no gold, no free XP, nothing. And this is a guy who's experienced with the game. You know, I think he's got almost all the tier 10s in World War II. So this guy, he knows what to do, he knows what he's doing, he knows what he's talking about. And he didn't have a good time with Cold War. And I think that says a lot. That says a lot to the state of Cold War at the moment. And I think one of the things he did say, it was down to the cost. As a new player, you can very, very easily start a Cold War game, but you can't progress. Even if you play the grind and earn all of the XP for the packages, even if you pay for premium time and get the extra XP, you don't have the silver to buy anything. You don't have the silver to spend. You know, you don't have a million silver to spend on an engine upgrade. And I ran into this problem on stream last week, actually. I think I purchased all of the British light tanks because I'd already played the Challenger line, so they're already unlocked. So the XP wasn't a problem, but so I bought the tanks, started playing them, and I found myself lacking in 800,000 silver. Like, I couldn't pay for my engine upgrade, which meant I had to continue playing with a stock engine, which, as we all know, is awful. Now, I'll just break from that topic there. This is where the game, for me, got really tense. I've got 2 tanks, 2 heavies, on good health. And I'm a bottom tier light. I know that they can... Not only can they keep up with me, but they can out DPM me. The only way I could do anything or be effective is to outsmart these guys. That's all I had. And this is where my heart rate started to pick up. This is... I won't say anymore. I'll just let you watch it. But jumping back to the silver issue, there is no way whatsoever that any new player will be able to progress in Cold War. And that... it makes me sad. It makes me really sad because I love Cold War. I absolutely love Cold War to bits. I'm going to do another video on my 2021 end of year update video that Wargaming sent to everybody, and you'll see in there that I love Cold War. I do. And in my opinion, as a game mode and its mechanics, it makes it better than World War II. But because it's so difficult to get into, you really don't have to try very hard to see the negatives of this game mode. There does seem to be a negative aura around Cold War, which is being spread by some of the community, and I do think that some of the things that are said about Cold War are valid. Like we've just said, it's incredibly difficult, almost impossible, to get into as a new player. And I wouldn't blame any new player for giving up on Cold War or the entire game because of this. But modern tanks are a huge reason to play the game. So you've got this, a new player's been hooked, but then a new player's been let down almost immediately. And I don't understand why this is happening in the game. Like, why has it been developed this way? What's going on? One of the most common arguments against Cold War is that True Vision sucks. And for me, I personally, in my opinion, I feel that's a poorly founded opinion to have, because True Vision brings World of Tanks console in line with almost every other first-person shooter on the market. It's an industry-standard mechanic. It's very normal for people to see in a game, and it doesn't have to be explained. You know, it works the same way reality does. You don't need to explain that to anyone. The World War II vision system, on the other hand, well, sometimes you need a damn PhD to figure out how that works, and we've all had those moments where, those rage moments where it's like, how did I get spotted? How, you know? We've all been there. And this just perfectly highlights the conundrum that Wargaming have with Cold War. They've created a game mode that will suit new players perfectly, but they've implemented it in a way that makes it almost it just seems pointless to play. You know, why would a new player want to play this? They wouldn't, because they can't really. And it's just I don't understand why it's been implemented like this. That said, though, if you're a veteran of the game and you know how to play the maps and the vehicle types, you'll have an absolute field day. If you've got, you know, if you're playing on your veteran account, you'll have an absolute field day. You know, silver earnings of 400 to 500,000 per game. Like, you can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong with that. And Cold War can be a brilliant place to play, to experience this game. It can be absolutely fantastic. But as far as the whole game is concerned, I do feel like there's a balancing element missing. And what I think is a little bit frustrating for me making this video, talking to you guys like this, is I can identify that there's a problem, but I don't know what can be done to fix it. Now, again, I'll just break from the conversation here just to get back to the game. This is where I've been trying my best to play sneaky, and at this point I do remember I was nervous, and for whatever reason, when I get nervous, my hands go cold, and when I've got cold hands, my thumbs just don't. I can't operate them. They just don't work the way I want them to when my hands get cold. So my guided missiles are not always on point, and this here is an example for me. This is an example of the kind of what I guess what you would call the bait and switch. Drive in one direction when you're spotted. As soon as you're undetected, handbrake turn, go the other way. That guy has carried on going down the E line, and I'm heading down the 5 line. He doesn't even know that. I'm coming around this mountain here, hopefully not killing myself, because I know that if he's gone down that line, I'm going to shoot him in the back. Because at the moment, I'm thinking, all I'm doing here, I'm just not giving up. I'm going to keep fighting. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm not going to give up. That's my thought process at this point. Spotted again, missile out, front end of a T-72. Fighting T-72s is an absolute nightmare, especially with missiles. That's what made this so nerve-wracking. Fallen trees here helped me escape, though. But anyway, let me get back on topic. Right. Like I said, I know there's a problem with the game, but I don't really know what can be done to fix it. And I guess that's where I'd like maybe your guys' input. What could be done to fix this? What could be done to fix this kind of lack of balance? I know some say that make Cold War tanks an extension of the World War II lines, as in tiers 11 through 19. Nice missile there, pat myself on the back for that one. Nice one. But yeah, tiers 11 through 19. I'm not convinced that that would work, because you'd have tier 11s mixing with 10s, and those tiers have different mechanics, vision mechanics obviously, so you would need to split the game modes, which is exactly what we have now. So I don't know if that would be a solution, or I don't know if there's a possible blend of blend of the mechanics. I have no idea. I really don't know. The split in the community, that's another thing that has been mentioned, and that's what this split in the game modes has done. People are saying it's split the community, which I would say yes and no to that. Having 2 game modes in a game is pretty normal, you know, across the industry. It's not unheard of to be like that. Just noticed the timer here, 1 minute to go. Oh, yes, sweet. Using my camo to my advantage. But anyway, yeah, having 2 game modes is normal. In some games, you know, you've got, are you a PvP or a PvE player? You know, that divide is fairly normal, so I don't see that as an inherently bad thing. The only way this would turn bad is if the community does divide into 2 camps and both sides start hurling abuse at each other. That's bad. We don't want that. So I think there does need to be some understanding and respect for differences in opinion. I know I've said that I don't think the against True Vision opinion is well founded, but I can respect that some people just don't like it, and that's fine. And last missile here with 8 seconds to go, sets him on fire, and I've got a feeling, I didn't work it out, but I've got a feeling that missile is the one that gave me this result. We won. I couldn't believe it. I honestly could not believe this result. I didn't think, I thought I was done for. In my mind, I just wasn't giving up. That's all I was doing. I just wasn't giving up. What a game. What a result. 156,000 silver. Perfect. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Alright, well, that's about all I have for this one, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, and if not, a dislike. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and as always, I hope you're all still keeping safe, and I will see you out there.